Hello everyone, Charizard for the win here. We're doing another adaptation review, and I got my friend here. He's a pink blanket today. His blanket will sometimes change in color. And anyways, we're talking about the Hunger Games, the first movie, then we're going to do the second movie. So, sorry to get this out earlier, but I was busy doing things. And yeah, so we're going to compare the book to the movie version and talk about some of the changes and things like that. As always, we major spoilers for both the book and the movie, so you should definitely go read the book and then watch the movie and then come back and watch my video. Alright, let's get started. So yeah, I like the movie version for the most part. It's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a few things here and there that it's like, if they did this differently, it would have been better. One of the main differences that you might notice from the book to the movie is that the book is narrated by Katniss.
Oh, yeah.
So every time something happens, she can just explain what's going on because she's narrating.
Yeah.
In the movie, there's no narrator, and Katniss isn't narrating or anything, which they can do well, but they don't actually. Like, they try to explain things other ways, which sometimes works, but sometimes it's just kind of like...
It feels really forced and kind of unnecessary.
Sometimes it feels really forced, but sometimes it's just things aren't explained. And I didn't notice this the first time I watched it because I had read the book,
neither.
So I knew everything that was going on. But then when you think about other people who haven't read the book, which normally I'd be like, just read the book, but for something like this, they're trying to be as big as Harry Potter was basically succeeding at. So people who haven't read the book are going to go see the movie. So you do have to explain what's going on a lot better, and they kind of don't in some areas.
Yeah.
Like, at one point, Katniss has a flashback to her dad's dying, and
it's like, what is going on? Like, I didn't even understand it after reading the book. I'm like, is this supposed to be like her dad dying or something?
Yeah,
I didn't get it.
I totally got it because I had read the book.
Yeah,
but it's like I don't even think they say Katniss's dad was killed in an explosion at the coal mining factory. That's all you need to know for that scene.
Also,
but
Gail's
they don't,
dad
so.
died.
Yeah,
the same explosion.
Yeah. A bunch of people died from the same thing, but the main thing is that her
dad. The 9/11 of District.
The main thing is that Katniss's dad died, and he's not even in the movies. Not that they need to have him because he's not there, but like there's a few flashbacks of him in the book.
Oh yeah,
and that'd be kind of cool to see. So yeah. Oh, a lot of the style. The other thing with the style of directing is just a lot of shaky cam, which isn't horrible. But sometimes it's kind of distracting.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, whoa,
yeah.
whoa,
yeah,
whoa.
A lot of times it's like, whoa, what? Whoa! You just can't see what's happening.
Yeah.
Other times, it's kind of like, whoa, can't see. It's like it's the feel, like the idea of I can't just like
the atmosphere.
Yes, part of the atmosphere, part of the like confusion. But a lot of the time, you just can't see what's happening at all. So. That's kind of hard. Like, one thing they do is they do really shaky cam for just some shots in District 12.
Oh, yeah!
To establish what's going on. But I think, like, that's okay, I guess. But, like, one of the things that would be better is if they just have a, like, handheld camera and just do, like, how they do shots in, like, mockumentary shows, like The Office and, Modern Family.
They like move smoothly.
Like you could tell the camera's panning to the next, but it's not distracting. It's not like you can't tell what's going on. It's just it feels more like you're there because it's just like you can basically see everything. Like if they did shots more like that, I think it'd be totally fine. But no, they have to go like. Oops, I only have one arm.
Cameraman.
Sorry, guys.
This is a pretty heavy camera.
One armed. No, they hired Michael J. Fox.
It's like, whoa, I'm sorry.
Sorry, guys.
It's hard to do this with one arm tied behind my back. I know I said I could, but that was just a dare.
They're just like, good enough. Keep that thing.
It's fine.
Okay, another thing I noticed, I don't know if you noticed this, there's some weird cuts. Like, the first beginning where we see Effie Trick and she's announcing, we're doing the 74th Hunger Games and blah, blah, blah.
But the first thing we see after the credits is, like, Seneca Crane. He's like, I find this is a very important part of our heritage, you know?
Yeah, we see Seneca Crane, We don't in the books, but okay. Anyways, I wanted to talk about this one weird thing with the camera angles.
Yeah.
So you notice it in this part. There's a few other parts that do it, but there's like it's like a close up of Effie Trinket. She's talking about the Hunger Games or whatever, and then it'll do a cut to a close up of Effie Trinket talking about the Hunger Games. But it's not from this angle. It's from here. It's just slightly different, and they do like 3 or 4 of those. I didn't notice this right away, but it was just like it's really distracting. If I didn't notice this till like the second or third time, but it's really distracting.
I didn't notice it.
Yeah, but it looks really stupid, and they should just like what you're supposed to do when you're doing different cuts is you cut to a close up, then you cut to like a medium shot or a long or like a far away, and that like you do close, medium, far away.
Oh no! Now I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. Like, you got like the close up of her,
and
she's
it's shaky.
taking the name, she's coming up, she's about to read it nice and close up, and then they go all the way back to the end of the freaking aisle.
No, yeah. So when it does cut properly, it looks really awkward because we've seen like 4 shots of her shaky cam in her face, and then it's like all the way back, and it's like, what is going? Like, just do like actually what they should do is just close ups and medium shots, but don't switch to another close up. It looks really awkward. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm gonna talk more about the plot and stuff.
Okay. This is one of my big gripes here.
Yeah.
You have this too. I know you wanted to talk about this probably. I thought watching the control room stuff was kind of boring.
Yes.
And unnecessary.
Yes. So in the books, it's just from Katniss' perspective, so we don't see anything else that's going on during the Hunger Games.
So Gary Ross is like, it's like, I was watching the special features, everyone's like, oh, Gary had this brilliant idea, so that we can, like, explain stuff, like, through the control room and stuff. Yeah. So, like, people would be like, oh, I get that, I understand that. Like,
yeah, but, like, in the book, obviously, it's explained through Katniss as being like, oh, they're shooting fire at me because, girl on fire, isn't that funny? And, but, like, every time they cut to the control room being like, we should turn her around, she's getting too close to the edge, put some fire.
She's almost at the edge, and I'm like, I don't like your nose, guy, please stop talking.
And it's like, I don't care.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
Like,
it's like, I really don't...
like, oh, we gotta show the thing on the wall to show all the different people who died. It's like, I don't care about this. Just show what's, like... Either just show the games or cut to Katniss' family watching the games. That would be interesting. We saw like 1 or 2 shots of Gale.
Gailey's like, I'm sad because she's in love.
Like, there's no point in the behind the scenes stuff that we're not supposed to see. That's kind of the point of it. It'd be like, it's like if you were watching.
A reality TV
show, and instead of cutting to like announcers talking about there's this person and that person or anything like that, they were cutting to literally them filming the reality TV show. Like, that's really stupid. It's and just how it's not even how I would picture it, because I would picture them being like, they're killing each other. Let's shoot fire at her. The girl on fire, get it. Because we're shooting fire.
No, they're all like, this is like our dignified job. Like, we make money.
Like, they're all like serious and stuff. I picture them.
She's almost at the edge. Let's turn her around. Ha ha.
Like I picture them being assholes and stuff.
Oh yeah, I know. That's why I always felt the Captain.
Like, they should be more assholes. Like in this, a lot of the time they're like serious about the Hunger Games. It's like, no, the people in the Hunger Games, the people who are affected by the districts, they should be serious about it, but all the people at the Capitol should treat it like a joke. Fun times, Hunger Games, good stuff.
Looks like the odds weren't in their favor.
Yeah, like how how it should have ended. People like just show some of the like how Seneca Trey. What's his name?
Seneca.
Caesar. Caesar. Thank you. Like how he should be more joking. Like he's in this one, anyways, he's kind of serious even at some parts.
Oh yeah, I know, but most of the time he's like a big joker.
Yeah.
But,
Okay, so other stuff that goes on.
What I really wanted to see, like, if you're gonna cut to like them like doing stuff, I really would have liked to see like. It's like a sports thing where it's like, I like this arrow shot here, and like they have like this circle gadget. Where it's like they got a little circle on the screen, like penetrates right through the heart. That's a perfect shot. And, the spear hits through. It's like that's a double kill.
Yeah, we should definitely see more sports type things. Yeah, and like how like they even had that, like they show from, I guess it was last Hunger Games or something. Yeah, they're like, and the use of the rubble, very clever. this is the moment that a tribute becomes a victor. And, like, that was well done. And it'd be really cool to see more of that. Like, yeah, like, showing them reacting to any time that someone gets killed, and they just, like, and if they did, like, a highlights of the Hunger Games, and it just shows, like, all the kills, because they do that in the book. That would be a really cool scene, and just have...
Just have them, like, looking at all the kills and stuff.
And have Katniss have to
relive. Because it's not really explained in the book.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't get killed by a wolf, by the way.
Who?
Thresh in the book.
Oh.
I think Cato kills him.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was Cato or... But, like, that's not that important, really. Or the wolves. Okay, might as well talk about the wolf things now. In the movie, they're just kind of dog creatures, which is...
Dog-bear things.
They have little to no significance. In the book, it's really cool. They put the eyes... They take the eyes of the dead tributes and put them into these... wolf creatures things.
And the wolf creatures also have the same color hair as the tributes, and they're all wearing necklaces that have the numbers.
Yeah, the numbers, so you can point out who they are. So it's almost like you have to look into, like, the eyes of the dead tributes again while they're... It was really interesting in the book
because, like, Katniss, like, did not want to kill, like, those Rue.
Yeah, the Rue one, and that was the one she's like, because she was, like, good friends with her and stuff. And the other... Like, I always pictured those to be more like werewolves, because I thought that would be really cool.
Oh, okay.
I know it's not exactly, but that's just my thought process when I was reading the book. But in the movie, they're just kind of like these generic dog creatures.
I imagine them as wolves with people eyes and necklaces.
Either way, it's not as cool as the book, and it's just kind of generic and meaningless. Okay, I want to talk about the pin now. So in the book... Katniss gets her Mockingjay pin from her friend,
Madge. Why'd they have to get rid of her? Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Seriously,
she's not that important in this one, but she does become important in the next one.
Yeah, she does. And they just got rid of her entirely. Yeah. Let's just take out an entire character. That sounds like fun.
It doesn't seem... There's no real point. And, like, all like, the only... She just gets the pin from some person that the...
You can keep it.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, she just gives it to her for free. It's like, why would you do that? You probably have zero money. Why would you give anything away for free? And,
because it's Reaping Day. Everyone's extra nice on Reaping Day.
Apparently. And then, the pin has next to no significance in the whole story. In the movie, anyways. In the book is obviously a token from her friend. As well, it kind of represents the district, and then the whole idea of the Mockingjay.
The Mockingjay is an idea of a rebellion.
Yeah, which is a symbol for rebellion, because
it's like the Jabberjays and the Mockingbirds. The Jabberjays were male birds created by the capital, and the capital's like, okay, we'll make them all male so they can't breathe, so they can just all die off.
And they were used to.
It's like, you're screwed, and then
they were okay. The Jabberjays were used to to get, like, secret information during the war that was going on and stuff like that, to get information from the rebels and stuff like that. And then, since they were all male, they would have just died off. But they didn't, because they bred with mockingbirds and created mockingjays. And that's kind of like one of this creature that just happens to exist and is now just, like, always there because of the failure, at least in that aspect of the capital, and it becomes this huge symbol of hope and rebellion and stuff like that. And in the movie, we barely see any of that symbolism at all with the Mockingjay, which is really too bad.
Oh yeah, also the thing with the tokens is, like, it was originally like that, it was not supposed to be some, like, little secret.
Yeah, because when Cinna pins the pin on her jacket, he's like, shh, don't tell anyone. Shh. It's like, they would find out. Like, there's cameras everywhere. How would they not notice that?
Oh yeah, because in the book it was like, you can take, like, a token from your district. It has to be, like, less than 1 pound and, like, something that couldn't kill somebody.
Yeah, and no way it could be used as a weapon, so they're...
Yeah, the one girl from District 1 has, like, a ring that has, like, poison in it.
She's like, what? I didn't know that. And, like, but whatever, they take it away, problem solved kind of thing. But yeah, so she takes the pin because it's from her district and stuff, and it represents so much, but, like, barely anything in the movie. After that, trying to think of the next, like, thing that I didn't like. Oh, Haymitch. He's more drunk in the book. He's still a pretty cool character, and I like Willard Carlson. I think he did a good job. But
yeah.
it's way more fun to see him totally
in
wasted.
The book, he's
and
just
stuff.
he shows he's sitting at a chair at the reaping, and he does a stage dive.
Yeah.
He's just so drunk.
Yeah, and he's basically useless for the first while. Where they're like, "Hey, could you give us some advice?" It's like, "Here's some advice. Don't get killed. I'm gonna take a shower." I think one of the first scenes, he just throws up all over himself. He's just like, darn it.
Oh crap! Better get that cleaned up.
And then
you guys are
just
screwed.
okay, I'm gonna get him a shower. So he's
so useless.
He's really funny, but it's funny because he's drunk, and we don't really see a whole lot of that, which is too bad. But other than that, I think he did. Willard Harrelson did a good job. Oh, one thing that bugs me about Katniss is when she's in District 12, is they have to put makeup on her because it's a movie, but it's noticeable, and she has a perfect complexion.
Her face should be covered with dirt.
This should be some more dirt or something. You can use makeup to make her look not beautiful. That's possible too. Not what I would do is just not put makeup on her because she wouldn't have makeup. But of course, because it's a movie, you gotta do the things and stuff.
I felt like there was this layer on her face. You just rip it off.
Yeah, you could tell she's got makeup on because it's a movie.
I'm so poor because I spent all my money on makeup.
Yeah. There's a few other things it's hard to tell that they're really poor and stuff. We don't see a lot of what they don't have. All we really see is that she hunts stuff sometimes. Mm-hmm. And it's just things that could be explained better, either from her narrating the story, or if they could come up with something better to do to explain. Just more showing that they don't have food or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly, but I don't think they did a great job of showing how crappy District 12 was. Even though first you're kind of you see them being kind of crappy, but it's not really that much.
It's I don't know. It really was. It's oh look, there's a person carrying buckets. Oh, there's a man and he's cutting the scraps off of some chicken bones. Oh.
Yeah, and that guy is.
Look at they're putting up clothes. Look how poor they are.
Those people looked dirty as hell.
Katniss walks around. She's look at my perfect complexion.
She's shining. Glowing.
The light bounces off her face. I can't see. It's too shiny.
Yeah.
Peeta has a blockhead. That's all I have to say.
Peeta's short.
Yeah, he's short.
That's because he's Josh Hutcherson, which is kind of funny.
Yeah,
but
he's shorter than Jennifer Lawrence, so it's really funny. But just by 3 inches or whatever, but it just looks really funny.
There's not really much you can do about that, though. That's just who it was cast as.
I didn't like that casting choice. That was really stupid.
Oh, yeah, we see President Snow in this one, which is...
I think the actor for President Snow is perfect.
Yeah, I think he's really good.
Yeah.
I just don't think he was needed to be in the first movie. Because he's really... We hear almost nothing about him.
President Snow is a president Snow.
Until the second book. Well, that's when we really start to see him, actually.
Yeah.
But in the first one, he shows up quite a few times. Mm-hmm. There was some cool things that they added, the one speech he has with President Snow has with Seneca Crane about hope, and how hope is the only thing more powerful than fear.
Yeah.
And that's why they need a victor, so that they have at least a little bit of hope, and it can end because the way the games are set up, it controls them, and it's a really good. That was a really cool idea.
Oh yeah, he's it's not why don't we just round up 24 people and kill them all? And then Seneca Crane's because because it would be boring to watch. And he's no, silly. No. I'll tell you why. Just sit on my lap and ask for what you want. I'm sorry, it's an evil Santa Claus.
He does actually. He is kind of an evil Santa Claus.
Ho ho ho! What do you want for Christmas? How about a knife wound?
Yeah.
I bring death and sadness to every kid.
Oh, okay. Another thing that was explained really poorly is that, by the way, Katniss isn't really in love with Peeta.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught that from the movie version, but if you've read the book, it's pretty clear because you hear what she's thinking.
She's like, I don't love him.
It's like, and they could have solved that easily by doing the one scene at the end where she tells him, and he doesn't even realize, and he's like, oh shoot.
Oh, I was acting too. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That was acting in that cave. You know, I really don't love you too.
And yeah.
He just sulks away to his cave.
As well as they don't do a great job of explaining like the victor, how much
what the
victory means for them.
It means they get a bunch of food, they get a bunch of money, and they get to like live in a house that's really good.
In a like mansion, basically. And so yeah, a lot of that is kind of skipped over, but it's just a few things that aren't explained all that well. And yeah, I think that's one of the main problems with this movie is just the not good explanations. Other than that, it's still enjoyable. I still liked it. Even though it sounds like I'm bitching about the movie, I actually do really, enjoy the first
This is
one.
like, I don't know, like, this is like, I don't know, we actually really liked it, but this is just like the parts we didn't like, and these are the reasons why we didn't like it.
Yeah. So obviously here's another thing. Obviously they went with a PG-13 rating, so which meant that they didn't really show a lot of the violence, or they did, but like really quickly.
Yeah, nice and shaky.
Yeah, and shaky cam, so you can't even tell what's happening.
Yeah. That was done extremely well.
Yeah, but in movies, like, this is just a stylistic choice that they decided to make. But if they did it more like movies like you haven't seen, but Lord of the Flies, where there's kids that get killed by other kids a couple times.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, whoa,
I know about that.
like it's really like, holy shit, that just happened. And that would be cool to see, I think, in the Hunger Games, because I think that's what a lot of people were expecting as well when they went to see the movie, and that's why a lot of people were disappointed by the first one.
Yeah.
Because we didn't really get to see kids kill each other all that much. It was more about all the other stuff that's going on. And the first Hunger Games, it is kind of a lot like about kids killing each other. So everything else,
similar themes.
yeah, and then everything else kind of comes out in the later books. Well, yeah, I still really enjoy the movie. I think we should wrap this up. I can't really think of anything else that I didn't.
May the odds be ever in your favor,
or whatever. And yeah, just could have explained things better.
I am.
And
less control room stuff. I don't care about
yeah,
that.
that's so stupid. Other than that, pretty good job.
Props to them for doing good stuff.
Yeah, we'll see you next time with Catching Fire.